Hi everyone. I sort of promised in my article in Faith Magazine that we'd have a little recipe night, and we're going to do so here today. I have to tell you, I have two guests with me. This is Lani or Illuminata Velasco, and we have Esther Pasha. Lani works for me here at the parish at Sacred Heart. She's our parish life coordinator. And so she heard me preparing the article for Faith Magazine, and she heard me reading it, and I was telling the story of how in seminary, one of my friends who was Chinese made sardines and rice. And she right away opened up and said,
in the Philippines, it's also a comfort food. Sardines and rice is one of our comfort food, and we just love it. Yes.
Yeah. And so right in that moment, I had the idea not so much to do sardines and rice, because I can talk about that in the article, and maybe you can figure that out, that it's a comfort food, but maybe to use this opportunity to see some other cultures and what they might do for a Lenten meal. And I know that my Filipino sisters and their families, they do so much together as family. And I love the way that they do that. And so in that moment, we came up with the idea of sharing like what they might do for a Lenten meal in their culture. And so that's what we're here to do today. And so we're ready to move into just one of the recipes that they might do in the Philippines. Actually, very, very common is lumpia, but everybody makes it different too, and regionally it could be different. And so some of our other Filipino families, or you might know some that might give you variations on this. In fact, like Esther, you're more from the mountains, right?
Yeah,
and so,
like province of in the Philippines.
Yes, and so sometimes the way you make things
it's different
might
from
be,
theirs.
yeah,
Yes,
but yet there's some things, techniques that are the same.
Yes,
like lumpia itself,
yes.
right?
She's
right?
from the southern, and I'm from the northern part
Yeah.
of Luzon, so it's kind of different.
And yet, this is a common food.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
So with that, I'm gonna move off camera, and you'll hear my voice, but I'm gonna let them do things, and we'll see if we can zoom. Well, you'll see us might get a shaky camera now and then, but that's because I want you to be able to see.
Okay.
Okay, Father.
Okay.
Hello everyone. We just would like to share with you how we make lumpia, the fresh lumpia. It is made from vegetables. Normally in the Philippines, we use the palm hearts, but it's hard to find it here in the US. So we use this, the broccoli slaw. So this is how much we use, one package for that. And then for proteins, we use chickpeas, and then carrots and sugar snap peas.
Uh-huh.
Normally we cook this
chicken,
with
right?
chicken, but since it's Lent, we are going to use shrimp. But then again, if you guys don't like shrimp, you can also cook it without the shrimp. We also use tofu for it, but not everybody likes tofu either, so it's okay. It's still gonna taste good even if you don't have the meat in it, because we also will show you that we use peanut butter. It's a peanut sauce that we use that makes it tasty. It has garlic in it, and what makes it really special is the special wrapper that we make, and we start making it as a crepe. So here we're gonna start first with sauteing our vegetables.
Okay.
Okay, so you can open it. You can open
I'm
it.
gonna turn the camera, and maybe, yeah, we'll get over here and get a close-up.
We're gonna start with cooking oil
In a wok.
in the wok. We love the wok because it's just so nice to cook in. It can fit anything. Wait for it to warm up a little bit. And then we're gonna put our garlic. wait for it to turn a little bit golden brown. They said that it kind of tastes different when you wait for it to turn brown rather than when it's raw. So that's what I was told. So I'm just following it until now. So maybe
I noticed when I come over to your home that you love to cook together, like as a family, right?
Yes, Father, because that's our bonding time with
Bonding
the family.
time,
Yes,
yeah.
because it can be too busy, and when you come home, you just wanna do things together with your family, and cooking is one of those.
And I think Lent is like that too. You know, when so many people go out to fish fries or they go to their family and do a Lenten meal together. The social time is like you said, bonding time, but it's really family time.
Yes.
And I think as a worldwide church, when we do things together like Fridays, it's meant to bind us too. It's like people are proud that they're keeping the Lenten tradition and abstaining from meat. And it's not a bad pride, it's a real rich like heritage pride or family pride that we do this and it's fun together to do it.
Yes.
So I hope that people try things, not just try new recipes, but make it a family bonding time too during
Yes.
Lent. It's an awesome thing, something to do rather than something to give up. Maybe give up the TV time or the
Yeah.
time on the phone and do
then
something together, bonding like this.
Cook together as a family.
It's awesome. It
Now
smells
so
terrific.
good.
Just starting to turn a little bit brown.
Yes. And now
It's
we can
wonderful.
add our onions.
The onions cook a little bit faster. Oh, the oil's now already a little warmer. So, garlic, onion, and just sauteing that down, getting them translucent and nice and cooked. And if you don't have a wok, you can do this in just a high-sided
Yeah.
pan, right? A high-sided saute pan would be
You can
just fine.
actually cook it whatever, even if you have a pot at home, just
Yeah.
use it. Improvise.
Mhm.
You know what we don't that we can put
I have to
that.
admit that watching you do this, you're far more subtle than me. I'd have that wok blazing.
I don't want to burn
I
the
know.
church
That's why I
kitchen.
said you are.
We can
You don't want
do
to
it a little bit.
do something wrong on camera too. This is new for you. We're appreciative of you sharing this way, though.
You know what we don't have there? Don't have salt.
Oh, we can get a salt.
Yeah, we have salt on the.
Yeah.
Are you going to use all of it?
No, you can keep that. So now I'm
The
using.
magic of
I am
television. I have kosher salt.
That's
Yeah,
perfect one.
I'm going to use what you call this? Shrimp,
The shrimp.
which is optional. But we do love shrimp, so we're using it. And I know that Father Charlie eats this too, so we're gonna put shrimp.
Yeah, you know, there are some people who can't have peanuts too, so they wouldn't
Yeah.
use that. So you cook with what you can and
Yes.
what your family,
And then we'll just
and
season
they're all
it.
options because it's a filling that you're making really. So
Thank you, Father.
you got to stir that around now, but you're adding vegetables, right?
Yes. And then we just put
I like the
the
shrimp because it's got
vegetables.
its own thermometer. As soon as you see it turn and pink, you know it's
You know it's cooked.
done. Wow,
And these vegetables,
it's just filling right up.
They are actually, if they cook really pretty very easily. So
Tofu.
tofu. You don't have to put this if you don't like it. That's fine. We just love this in
It's
our dish.
another
Just-
protein. It's soy, right?
yes, it's soy.
It's soy. Look at that, it's beautiful.
It's a rainbow.
Does the tofu melt or does it keep it shaped for people who haven't cooked with it?
Some that if you buy the extra firm, which is just like this one that we use, it can keep its shape. But if you buy the firm, then
It'll cook down a little.
yes.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what you're going to use.
Then we can add to chicken.
Now, are we looking to cook these vegetables totally soft? Or-
Some prefer it still crunchy, so
Uh-huh.
we can do it like half cooked or
Because you're gonna roll this filling into
yes, into that
into
crate.
the crate. And so,
So probably like 5 minutes of like stirring it together would be okay. We can add some broth to it too, or just
and
water.
that's gonna steam. huh?
Yes,
So this is chicken broth,
this is chicken broth. Yes,
and that will help it to cook.
yes.
So far you just put salt in there and your vegetables and garlic,
Onion.
Onion
onion, carrot, sweet peas,
and the
chickpeas,
broccoli.
broccoli slaw. My friend Father Don from over in Traverse City, he's a broccoli slaw guy. He eats it on everything. He would love this dish. Gotta have a shout out to him. It's healthy.
It's healthy.
This is healthy food. You know? So Esther, even
Yes,
though
Father.
you're off camera a
Yes,
little bit, but you
Father.
can step in
Yes,
to the
Father.
camera. So up where you come from in the Philippines, tell us something that you remember about Lent.
Yeah, normally, Father, during that, my mom always cook, the sardines, and we normally cook fish on it. And then the kind of the lumpia that we make, it's like the palm of heart. It's like from the coconut.
Uh-huh.
So we use that, Father, in the Philippines.
Yes. And it's hard to find here.
It's hard to find here,
We're-
so we
yeah.
use broccoli slaw, and it's really good.
It's almost
Yeah.
the same as the.
Because if we miss, some food from the Philippines, we always, find a way to make some.
One of the things that I know for me, like my memory that I share in the article of the sardines and white rice is simple, but it was good, and it's a memory. It's something that brings me joy when
Yes, Father.
when I see it again. And the same is true for things from my Polish background, like when people put pierogi on, or even potato pancakes
Yes,
on,
Father.
in Lent. There was a certain joy that was there about Lent because it was traditional food, and you were doing what your ancestors did, what your
Yes.
grandma did.
Yeah, my
Your
grandma, my mother.
they taught each
parents.
other. You handed it down. in the
Yes, and then
family.
we're teaching our kids to what we're going to do during Lent
Uh-huh,
season.
uh-huh. That's awesome. I think it's just wonderful. You can see already that it's cooked down some. Yeah.
So I think we're gonna stop here, and then I'm gonna show you how to make the fray where we're going to wrap the vegetables. I'm gonna have Esther take over in making the fray.
The great part. Huh?
Fray part is gonna be Esther's, okay?
Uh-huh. So are we gonna go back over there, Esther, or do you want to
Yeah,
stay
we
by the
can
stove?
we can just stay
By the stove,
Yeah,
okay.
by the stove, Father.
Uh-huh.
I need to.
Aha, magic of TV. Here come the mitts.
All right.
Yeah. Wonderful.
You can use that one.
And we got a pan already. She's gonna turn the heat down a little
Oh,
bit.
really?
There. Now, crepes are something that I love, and I've never been able to make them. They say it's easy, but not for me.
Yeah.
You
I think
pa-
it's
Are you
knowing
patient?
how thick the batter is.
Are you patient, Father?
Maybe I'll learn something.
Actually,
today.
Father, we just made it ready, but it's a mix of egg, flour, and oil.
Oil.
I think you should mix
And
it a
milk.
little bit.
And milk.
Milk.
Stir it a little bit because I can
So-
see that it's
Yeah.
settled a little bit. And we want to make sure that the batter is good.
So this.
We get one take here. I told them before we
Yes.
started, we're not doing 30
Yeah.
takes. We got one take.
So
Just like in the family, you have one take.
one take, and we just prepare it.
So
Wonderful.
this grapes, when we made it, it is like 7 eggs, 2 cups of milk, and 1.5 cups of flour, and then you just mix it together.
Uh-huh.
And then a tablespoon of oil in the mixture.
And so this is just a portion of
This
that
is just a
batter,
portion of
you
it
already
because
have the made.
We already have this.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you're just showing how you made one. Made
Yes.
How to make, yeah, right, Father.
Wonderful.
I don't think
Now,
it's
did
gonna
you,
be-
you just had the oil in the batter?
Yeah, it's ready. We just make oil.
But you didn't put oil in
We
the
don't.
pan?
We need no to put oil on it.
'Cause
We don't
it's
have
in
to.
the
Yeah,
batter.
because we mix the oil in the batter itself.
Yes. So we're doing a little bit of Philippines food. Tell me something about the language you speak, because it's also there's dialects within the country, right?
Yeah, both Esther and I, we speak Tagalog.
Uh-huh.
And there's another person here that speaks different language, though it's Kapampangan. It's more in the Angeles City where the Air Force Base was.
Uh-huh.
And it's a different dialect.
Uh-huh.
104 dialects.
104 different ones. We got the men in the background who
Yeah,
just
they
really
know
wanna be
more
on
than the
camera.
women, but they don't want to speak.
So if you were going to say good morning to me in Tagalog,
Magandang umaga.
and how would I answer you?
Magandang umaga din sa'yo.
I tell people, they ask me if I speak Polish, I say no, I can eat in Polish.
Okay,
And now I'm going to be able to eat in
Filipino?
Filipino language.
Tagalog.
Tagalog. Spell that word. How it is.
Tagalog.
So it ends with a G. The Tagalog.
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 And if we really want, like the food itself, we call it masarap. It's yummy.
Ah,
Yes.
Delicious.
Oh, that's
Delicious.
yummy. Masarap.
Yes, Father.
Masarap. Yummy. That yummy sort of goes through a lot of cultures.
Yeah,
right?
yummy.
I remember I went to Zambia and we're getting ready to walk into church, and it was celebrating Father Ravi Decca's ordination, and they had all the little girls of the village.
So, walang oil kasi. It's
So you will notice if the crepe is really cooked, it's like this.
it's flat.
It's flat.
Flat.
And
This
it's
is
the
finished product.
finished product that we made. So we will use this to wrap the lumpia later.
Okay, so we're done with the crepe part.
Yes.
So the little girls were getting ready to walk in to the mass, and I told them that I was going to speak to them in their language, which of course they were all surprised. I said I worked so hard at this, and then I went up in front of them and I said, "Well, get ready. I'm going to speak to you in your language," and then I went, "Hallelujah!"
Everybody knows hallelujah.
Everybody knows hallelujah.
So
Yeah.
we're done with the crepe, Father. So
Oh, okay.
try
We're going to go over here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna show them the sauce that we use,
Yeah.
which is a peanut sauce. This is just a combination of flour, broth, and peanut butter. We just
Broth?
yeah, and we mix it together. And then if you want it garlicky, it all depends on how you prefer it. We can you can like add some fresh garlic to it.
So like about how much broth?
I use here 2 cups of broth and then a quarter cup of flour.
Flour.
And then 1 cup of peanut butter is
1
what
cup
it
of
is.
peanut
And
butter.
it all depends on how you like it. Like that's
And then if
how
you were
I-
to add some garlic, what would you put it? How much?
I normally put like at least 3
Cloves.
cloves of garlic, and I like it fresh so that there's like a kick to it.
Yes.
But it's just me. But it all
Awesome.
depends on
Yeah,
how you like it.
really awesome. So we're gonna go back over here to roll them, huh?
I think it's the guys that are supposed to roll them.
Is that how it happens?
The guys are supposed to roll.
Okay. Am I good on the camera move here? Does it look good, Lonnie? Look at the one.
Yes.
Is it? It's good. Okay. I think we're doing so far super.
So we roll.
So they're really thin, eh?
Really thin, really.
When you put lettuce in.
So
Yeah,
that
we
it will
can-
look pretty.
We use lettuce, so we kind of put a little bit of the ingredients that we do.
Right on the kind of the
The lettuce.
end of the lettuce, right?
That's
And you leave it sticking out the end, I see.
So that it's
I'm gonna watch.
Just
I'm gonna watch.
fold.
fold and then roll.
Huh?
It's like
Nice
this.
but tree.
This is the fresh lumpia.
Then we put it here and then we put the sauce.
Yes.
So yeah, the baby is small.
You can put that. Then we add the sauce.
And then you go again. Now, I've been at your house when you've been rolling these and you have, the family gets together and sometimes you have a team rolling, right? When, especially if you're cooking for a lot of people.
Making another one.
Huh?
So father can taste it, then it's
It's
masarap.
Masarap.
Father, right?
I can tell it's gonna be delicious already.
Yeah.
It's so colorful. And this is fresh lumpia when you
Fresh
make it
lumpia.
with the crepe style wrapper. So sometimes you roll them and you brought to me where you fry them, and that's the fried lumpia.
The fried
fried
lumpia,
lumpia.
yes.
Yes.
This goes.
Wonderful.
So that's our fresh lumpia.
Some with peanut sauce, some without.
Yeah, you
With that,
don't
yeah.
have to use the peanut sauce if you don't like it, but we do like sauce. So we're gonna put sauce in it.
Yeah, beautiful.
There you go.
So I think when I see these shows, they often have somebody try it.
Or you can try it.
Yeah.
Or are we gonna have them try it? We do
Yeah.
have some audience here, the
Yeah.
men who doesn't want to
They're
participate.
running.
They're running away.
Esther's
Father
gonna bring
will-
me a little fork.
Oh, he got
Oh,
he ran
it's
away.
where he ran. He went and got
Thank you.
the flatware. Okay. Somebody else come try with
Come
me.
here.
Come here.
Don't be shy.
I want to make sure and show,
Come
How
on,
beautiful
be proud
that
of your,
is. And they're
Filipino
all,
food.
the filling is this beautiful filling with the lettuce in there and I'm going to tell you right now,
Looks so fresh.
it looks fresh. It's got a crunch when you put the fork through it. And you can see the colors inside, and it just feels yummy even before you get it. Mm. It is good to be Catholic, and it's good to be a friend of a Filipino. This is so good. Thank you.
Father.
Thank you.
Is it masarap, Father?
Oh, mess her up.
Thank you.
I want to eat it all. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Happy Lent.
Happy Lent.